Hello, I'm going to do the Scorpio energy reading. As always, take what resonates, leave what does not. This is for the week of February 18th to the 24th. So we're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with this week. What do you need to focus on, and possible future energies coming in for Scorpio. All right, what's going on here with Scorpio? So we have judgment. So I feel that there's a message that's trying to come through, or you're not hearing something. It could be that someone's trying to tell you something, but you're not really hearing what they're saying. That maybe you're just kind of zoning out, or you're just kind of hearing what you want to hear, but you're not really hearing what that person has to say. We have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like Eight of Wands can also represent like scattered energy. So I feel like you're kind of all over the place, but I feel like something's not clear to you. And then we have the Magician, and I feel like maybe you feel like you're at a loss of power, or that you're not really in control of things. And, you know, maybe that's the message, is that like you're not in control of things as much as you think that you are, or that you can be in more control, that you are more in control than what you realize. Sometimes we think we don't realize how much power that we actually have in situations. And I feel like maybe that might be what's going on. So let's grab some energy oracle cards and see what else is going on here with Scorpio. Passing you by, so that something's passing you by. I keep looking at this Eight of Wands, and I feel like these wands are passing by this field with a sheep in it, and I feel like it's passing by. Like, is there something that's passing you by? We have the first archangel, and that is your base. We have the first chakra. The first chakra, so that is your base chakra, and that represents your stability. It represents your strength, and yeah, like you're not feeling stable, like you're feeling like the base is everything, right? Like your foundation, like of a building, right? That's the most important thing, is your base or the foundation, because if you don't have that, and if that feels off or that doesn't feel right, that everything else is going to be thrown off. And I just feel like it's not feeling stable for you right now. Let's see what else is, yeah, because if you're not hearing a message, if you're not feeling powerful, if something's passing you by. Let's see, we have the garden and the gate. So I feel like this kind of represents, it's almost like, are you closing yourself in from something? Are you shutting yourself down? And then we have the angel of love. So it could have to do with a relationship, but I also feel like it's taking care of yourself. I kind of feel like you're shutting down, or you're closing things off, or you're not, something definitely feels off balance, and I feel like you're just not hearing the message for something. And I feel that there's a loss of power, that you feel like you feel weak. And I'm just kind of, with the garden and this gate, it's like if you open up that gate, there's so many more opportunities there, but I kind of feel like you close the gate, like you're shutting down, and like you're not letting anyone in. Like maybe something happened with a relationship, and you got hurt, and that's why this, like you're having trouble with this angel of love and relationships, and maybe something happened, or something fell through, or somebody said or did something to hurt you or let you down, and it's kind of like you're closing off, and like you're just not letting anyone in, and you're just, maybe you need some time to, I feel like something's trying to come through for you with that Judgment card. Like you're not hearing the message, and like something's trying to come through, but you've shut the gate and you've closed the doors, and you're like, I don't want to hear it. Maybe someone's trying to tell you something and you're not really hearing it, and you don't want to hear it. Maybe you're not at that point where you can hear it, or somebody's trying to get through to you and explain something or tell you something, but you're just not you're not in the frame of mind right now to hear that message or to deal with that message. And that's okay, because sometimes that happens, but you also have to realize is that you don't want it to go on too long, because then that starts to become a problem, right? That you don't want it to evolve or turn into something that becomes heavier or harder to deal with. Kind of, that's what I feel like. You know how the cards just kind of scattered and went everywhere. And like I'm feeling kind of stuck, and I'm feeling kind of hesitant, and I feel like that's kind of the energy of the reading too. So what does Scorpio need to focus on? We have the Hierophant, which is that faith and belief and that truth within yourself. And then we have the Moon, deception, that there's some deception. Something's not clear. Yeah, I just feel like something's not clear. I feel like something is trying to come through. Something's trying to, like, there's a blockage, or there's something's trying to come through, but I can't. It's foggy, or it's not clear, or there's confusion. And then we have Ace of Cups. Okay, I just kind of feel like that's a new beginning. And then I feel like one more, Eight of Cups, walking away. There's something that you need to walk away from. So what you need to focus on are these cards right here. It could also be a Taurus. It could have to do with a Taurus. It also could do with a Pisces. And so these are the cards here of what you need to focus on. And there's definitely something that you need to walk away from. Walk away from the deception, right? There could be a relationship that you need to walk away from. It could be a friend, a family member, a partnership. Sorry, that did not come out reversed. I had reversed it when I was trying to show, but it was right side up. So I feel like maybe you're fooling yourself. Like, are you telling yourself some negative energy or some negative things, or like things aren't going to happen or things aren't going to work for you? And are you telling yourself that negativity? And because I feel like it's kind of, I feel like something happened and it triggered you in a negative way, and it caused you to close down and shut off, and you've kind of withdrawn, and it's kind of like you've created this world or this bubble within yourself of this negative energy, but that's not really the truth of the situation. That's what you have to remove, is that negativity, or those negative things that you've been telling yourself, or if it's someone that's around you. But I kind of, for some reason, I kind of feel like it's within yourself, and that you're struggling with something within yourself, but it's a deception. And I feel like it's almost like maybe that's where your comfort zone is, right? That you feel comfortable, even though it sounds crazy, because I used to be the same way, is that when I would tell myself that negative things, because that's what I was always surrounded with, and that's what I was told by people that were closest to me. And so I believed that. And so then I kind of trained myself to believe that negativity. And then when I was able to break free from that and change things, then I was able to see things in a different way. And so now, and it took me some time, it took me quite a bit of time to turn that around and say, no, like, I deserve the best. I am good. I'm a good person, and I'm amazing, and my voice is important, and what I have to say is important. And it took me a lot of time to try to change that and turn that around. And I kind of feel like that may be what you're struggling with here too, is that something happened to trigger you in a negative way. And that's what's kind of put you in this. And I feel like it's loving yourself again, right? There's definitely this Eight of Cups. There's something that you need to walk away from. And I feel like it has to do with the Moon. And I feel like it has to do with that garden and the gate, how you've blocked yourself off. So let's grab some more cards here. We have the third chakra, and that is a solar chakra, and that is your increased enthusiasm, and it's about having focus and purpose, and go for it and make things happen, and like, let's get going, let's change the energy, right? Let's get a little crazy and have some fun, right? So it's that third chakra, which is right there, and it's like, okay, let's get motivated, let's make some changes, let's make some things happen, let's move out of this energy where we feel stuck. We also have rest and rejuvenation. So I feel like that represents a lot of self-care. It's like, okay, how can you help yourself in this situation? What are these things that you need to do? And take some rest, step away from a situation. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some water here. What are those things that you can do to step away from this situation and open that gate, right? Open those gates in that garden, and not just be in your garden, but also to explore other areas. And to rejuvenate yourself and to bring yourself alive and to bring that energy back, right? That third chakra, and to work on that. And that's what helps you to do that. We have woman holding a heart. So I feel like it's almost like holding your own heart, and it's looking out for yourself and doing those things that you love and doing those things that you enjoy. What makes you happy? What brings you excitement? What makes you feel good? And is there something that you used to do that you've kind of gotten away from? Is there a hobby, or is there a craft, or is there an activity that you used to do? Maybe it's a good friend that you have that you used to, especially with that Hierophant there, you know, is there a trusted friend that you have that maybe you need to sit down and have that conversation with that person and just tell them how you're feeling? And sometimes you don't need someone to give you the answers, but sometimes you just need that person to listen to you as you talk and as you release and as you let things go. And maybe that's what you need, right? And just that activity or that person to where you can just feel like you can release and let go. So let's look at future energies that want to come in for Scorpio. I felt clearer when I was focusing on this. Like this, I felt kind of stuck, and I felt kind of hesitant, and I felt like confused, and I kind of felt that energy. But then here, it's like things started to become clearer for me, like focusing on how can you make things clearer for yourself. The energies that want to come in for you, we have the Fool card, which is new beginnings, kind of lighter, happier, funny, silly, kind of being, you know, in that energy of, okay, let me switch, let me turn things around. We have the Six of Cups, where I feel like it's just having fun. I just feel like it's fun. I just feel like this future energies is just more lighthearted and not so serious, and just having more fun and getting back to things that you enjoy, especially with that Six of Cups. Is like I was saying earlier, is there something that you used to do that you really enjoy doing, but you haven't done it in a long time? And maybe it's like getting back into that. And then we have the Six of Swords, which is that forward movement, right? Paddling forward. Yes, there may be moments that may be a little challenging, but calmer waters, right? Smoothing things down, feeling calmer, feeling better, but also feeling like, okay, I'm moving forward and I'm moving out of this energy where I feel that I'm closing myself off, where I'm shutting things down, right? Let's grab some wisdom of the oracle. No, energy oracle cards. We have deceit. No more fooling yourself, right? No more fooling yourself, like letting that go and not fooling yourself, as again with that Moon card and the deception, like you're letting that go. And then we have the second chakra. Look at this. It's definitely some chakra work, right? Some alignment that you need there. And this is a sacral chakra, which is your creativity, your self-expression, and being more emotional, and like being more in touch with your feelings, and really creating and expressing yourself of who you really are and what it is that is important to you. So I feel like, because you have the first chakra, the third chakra, first, second, and third chakras. So I find that very interesting. So it's that alignment within yourself and to get things back on track, right? Get things lined up. And then we have the Temple path, which I feel represents feeling calmer, taking those steps to that self-awareness and feeling calmer within yourself. And over here, it felt kind of chaotic energy, and then it started to feel calmer and lighter and happier, and I like that. So I feel like that's with you too, is getting that alignment back on track. Sorry. I think it's allergies. All right, so let's grab a Whispers of Healing. For this reading, so we have unconditional love, right? Loving yourself. And I feel like this top one too, we have unexpected. So you never know what can happen, but you have to take the chances and you have to make those changes in order to make things happen. You never know what's right around the corner. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what changes are headed your way. And I feel like you're not going to know that if you're in this garden with those gates closed and with your heart closed off and shut off, and when you're not in your own power and you're not hearing the messages that are trying to come through. I feel like there's kind of signs and there's kind of things that are happening for you but that you're not really seeing because you're kind of closed off here. But when you have that alignment with your chakras, your first, second, and third, and when you have that alignment, then things start to line up and things start to happen, and you never know what can be around the corner. But there's also that unconditional love where it's like looking out for yourself and saying, if I'm not happy and if I'm not feeling good and I'm not in a good place, what can I do to help myself? I don't want to shut myself down. I don't want to close myself off. And what are those things that I can do? What do I have to release? What do I have to let go of? What do I have to move on from? What am I holding on to? What are those emotions or feelings that I'm holding on to? And they're not serving me, right? If I was thinking that they're serving me, they're really not serving me. So I feel like we have the angel of love. So you have a lot of love, yeah, repeating, because I try and look for repeating messages with different cards. So we have unconditional love. We have the angel of love. We have the woman holding a heart. So I feel like that represents love. And then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's all of this love and emotions, and it's kind of a repeating message here for you. And I feel like it's kind of loving yourself and being in those relationships where you feel that there is that back and forth, and where there is that partnership, and there is that back and forth, that maybe you're kind of shutting yourself off from a relationship, and you're putting up walls, and you're putting up barriers, and you're not letting that person in, but maybe you're expecting that person to let you in. And we have to see, like, what are those things that we're giving out in order for us to return back in. And if you're not, opening the doors for that person, but you're putting walls around yourself, then how can you expect the other person to let you in? And maybe you're feeling frustrated with that, but you also have to look at, sometimes we have to look at, what are the things that are we doing that we are projecting to other people? What are those things that we're doing? And that maybe we need to change those, right? Like maybe we need to be different with those and do that. See, but I also feel like there's this sense of within yourself that you're not happy, and that maybe you haven't been giving yourself a chance enough to do those things that you enjoy. And I feel that lightheartedness with the Fool and the Six of Cups. I feel like maybe you haven't done those things in a really long time. We have Canary Spirit is sing your own song, and I feel like that represents being true to yourself and being who you are. And for some reason, I feel like you haven't been, for some reason, I feel like you just haven't been yourself, and you haven't been able to sing your own song, and you haven't really, for some reason, I feel like it's like you're not looking out for yourself, and you're not choosing the best choices for yourself for some reason. I feel like some sadness there, but I feel like you're, like I said, sometimes we get into those patterns of negativity, and that's our comfort zone. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. And I feel like that's what you need to work on, and that's what needs to be changed. But you have to realize that within yourself. Like, you could have other people tell you that, and you could have people tell you things, but you have to believe it within yourself, within, and you could say on the outside, yeah, all of these positive things, or that I'm okay and all of that. But if on the inside, if you don't believe it, then it's not really going to change. Like, you have to have it mind, body, and spirit that you believe what it is that you're saying. And maybe that's why all of these chakras came out, is to like believe that within yourself, right? To not just say it, but to believe it within yourself, if that makes sense. All right, let's grab a Star Dragons. We have understanding, looking at both sides. Understanding, and I feel like it's just that inner understanding within yourself, and understanding that the choices and decisions, and I just feel like there's definitely some negativity that's going on here with these two cards here, with the deceit and with the moon, that there's some deception that's going on here. But I feel that it's within yourself. I don't feel that it could be someone around you, but I'm kind of feeling from this reading that it's within yourself. And I feel like that's kind of, you know, kind of understanding that those energies are not serving you, that they're working against you. Even though if that may be your comfort zone and what you're used to, but it's time for you to step up to the plate and say, I'm not accepting this, that this is not where I want things to be. All right, let's grab we have a Oracle Tarot. We have patience and planning, which is the Three of Pentacles. I think that's the Seven of Pentacles. I knew it was Pentacles. For some reason, I thought it was three. Patience and planning. So the Seven of Pentacles, and having patience and kind of working things out and saying, okay, these are the little steps that I'm going to do. It doesn't mean you have to do big steps all at once, but it's like taking those little steps and they start to add up and they start to make a difference and they start to change things, and kind of realizing that. Let's grab a Angel Answers. We have not the right time. So I feel like there may be something else going on in your life right now, and I feel like you're that's kind of getting in the way of you doing all of this personal work on yourself. And I feel like whatever that thing is, I feel like that it's not the right time to do that thing or make that choice or make that decision. That's just what I'm feeling. If you're feeling something different when you saw that not the right time and your mind automatically went to something, that's what you need to focus on. But I feel like there's something that's going on that it's not the right time to do that. You have to do what you feel which is best for you. I'm not telling you what you need to do, but you know, that card came out for a reason. So not the right time represents something within yourself. And maybe it's not the right time for you to be focused on the negativity, and it's not the right time to be focusing on those things. And it is the right time to focus on the positive energy and to, you know, be in that Eight of Cups energy where you walk away from negativity. Let's grab a crystal card for this reading for Scorpio. That one kind of turned over. So let's go with, oh, that's an interesting one. Let's see, Wolfenite. Journey, past life, soul contracts. The journey has only just begun. Wolfenite can travel through your past, present, and future, and opens up communication with the spirit world. It also aids in past life recognition, helping you to see soul contracts that you've made in this lifetime, facilitating the karmic reunion and completing a cycle once the lesson has been learned. Wolfenite is a powerful past life healing stone, resolving any issues that need to be faced and regaining magic lost in past lives to be used here and now, right? To build up that energy and to use that energy now. That's pretty cool. It all starts with your mindset and saying, I'm no longer going to accept this, and having that love and compassion for yourself and feeling like you're out of alignment, but have that rest and rejuvenation and saying, okay, I've got to start focusing on myself. I've got to start choosing me. I've got to start being on that path to make these decisions and kind of seeing. Sometimes we need to see those bad habits that we've gotten ourselves into, or those negative thought patterns that we've gotten ourselves into, and saying, you know, why when something happens, if you automatically go to the negative, or you know, you start your day and you're automatically in the negative, it's like saying, why am I doing that? Like, that's not really serving me, that's not helping me, that's not a good thing for me, and that's not how I want to start my day, that's not how I want to see things, is always in the negative. But knowing that, and then having that power and understanding the results of that, and making those changes. But you know, that's something that you have to choose for yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you have an amazing day. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.